What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the two biggest smartphones on the market right now. These are direct competitors, and as different as they may be, they still share a lot of similarities. Now one of them, the iPhone 8, is yet a week away, but still there's a lot here that we can compare. So starting off with the build and displays. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 has the Infinity display now, massive 6.3-inch display, and a virtual aspect to it. So the bezels obviously on the iPhone are a little bit sleeker, it utilizes the full frontal display just a little bit better. The Galaxy Note 8 still is very impressive. It's a massive display, completely dominates the front of the screen, but the iPhone definitely takes it a step further, even going as far as to cut around the sensor notches just to get that little bit more screen estate. Now these phones handle the fingerprint and home button situations completely differently. While the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 gains the 3D touch-like effect, the Touch ID sensor or fingerprint sensor now goes on the back in a very inconvenient location. Apple saw this problem and they completely replaced it with Face ID as far as we know. The Galaxy Note 8 has iris scanning, the iPhone 8 will have facial recognition with 3D modeling, taking that a step further. In fact, it's 2 years ahead of the competition in that aspect. Now I have been using the Galaxy Note 8 for a good while now, and although it is a fantastic phone, for me personally there isn't enough to differentiate it from the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. The stylus is cool, but it's just not enough. While the iPhone 8 will be a completely new platform, something that Apple hasn't done before, this is a step in a completely new direction, so we're expecting a lot of change from this one. Both of these phones do have a very similar build. We've got glass on the front and back with a metal border. While the iPhone will have a stainless steel border, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 has an aluminum one. Both do share wireless charging capabilities, while the iPhone is rated at half the charging speed of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Overall though, it's going to be a very great look. It's very likely that Apple will have black bezels on the screen in the front, as the white just seems to stand out too much, but that has not been entirely confirmed. Either way, both look fantastic. Now using these devices with one hand, I can give you an accurate representation of it. With the iPhone 8, Apple has put ergonomics first. It's definitely a device that's very comfortable to use with one hand, as it's not as wide as the iPhone Plus series, but just as wide as the regular 4.7-inch. Now the Galaxy Note 8 though, oh boy, man, this thing gets wide. Despite the fact that it has slimmed down from earlier Note models, this thing is still massive, 6.3-inch display, so you'll definitely need another hand, especially if you plan on using that stylus. Regardless, this isn't a phone for everybody. This isn't a phone for comfort. This is for those select few that need a display this large and are willing to make compromises to make that happen. If these sources are to be believed, the iPhone 8 does have screen technology like no other, completely on a different level with the Note 8. Yes, the OLED panel is made by Samsung, but there are several technologies that will separate it. For one, ProMotion, a 120Hz display shared with the iPad Pro, Apple just released. That is a very impressive screen technology, and supposedly it will have an always-on True Tone display, which could be possible with sensors embedded into the top sensor bar. So these two screen technologies will put it in a league of its own when it comes to display. And moving on to the cameras, both have a very interesting camera design here. The Galaxy Note 8 looks like an Android robot, and the iPhone 8 looks like a traffic light. So with those unique camera designs, both will have some unique camera technologies as well. The iPhone 8 will have 3D sensing capabilities, be able to model on the go, specifically built for AR and VR capabilities. The flash now is embedded in the camera glass with the iPhone 8, and very similar to the Note 8 here as well. The iPhone 8 is expected to remain at 12 megapixels. The iPhone 8 will be able to do some serious recording with the new capabilities. 4K at 60 frames per second and 1080 will get a new 240 frames per second slow motion mode. That is crazy. And some of the other stuff, the iPhone 8 is getting improved water resistance, which will now match the Note 8 at IP68 rating. It's getting a new copper gold color, blush gold. The Note 8 does also have a very nice color. My favorite personally is the orchid gray, and there is that jet black color as well on both. Now, the Note 8 does have expandable storage where the iPhone 8 doesn't, but the iPhone 8 will come with 512GB option. That is just ridiculous. Don't even know why you need that much, but it'll be good to have. Now, the one level the Note 8 will not be able to compete with on the iPhone is the processor speed. In my speed test, the iPhone 7 Plus currently keeps up pace with the Note 8. The iPhone 8, it's transitioning to 10nm processor structure, is going to completely crush it in my opinion. We'll definitely have to see, but man, what a tough battle between these phones. They're very similar in a way, very different in another. I just can't wait to get my hands on both of them and see how they compare. Either way, props to both companies. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is a fantastic looking device, the iPhone 8 as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the official comparison. Peace.